Good morning Year 9 and welcome to today's maths lesson. Let's start off with a quick starter, shall we? Can you multiply 2.45 by 100? Can you convert 56,000 metres to kilometres? And can you find 1/8 of 64 for me? Pause the video and in your light blue books have a go at those questions now, please. Okay, let's go through the answers. So 2.45 times 100, I move all of those digits up 2 places on my place value table to give me 245. Now we know that there's 1,000 metres in 1 kilometre. So if I've got 56,000 metres, I need to do 56,000 divided by 1,000 to tell me how many kilometres that is. So what's that going to be, Ryan? 56 kilometres. Splendid. And if I want to find 1/8 of 64, Rowan, what do I need to do? Exactly, I need to divide 64 by 8. 64 divided by 8 tells me 1/8 of 64 is just 8. Okay, Year 9, this is our lesson destination for today. We're going to be looking at maps. First off, let's have a quick recap of how we convert between different units. So if I've got 2.5 metres and I want to convert it to centimetres, I know that 1 metre is 100 centimetres. So 2.5 metres is going to be 2.5 times 100 lots of centimetres, which is going to give me 250 centimetres. Over to you, Year 9. In your light blue books, can you pause the video for 5 minutes and have a go at converting these metres into centimetres for me now? And these are the answers. Please check how you did. Okay, next up, I've got 3,500 centimetres, and this time I'm converting from centimetres to metres. So I know that 100 centimetres is 1 metre, so I need to divide my centimetres by 100 to work out what that is in metres. 3,500 divided by 100 gives me 35 metres. Over to you, Year 9. In your light blue books, can you have a go at these questions for me now? Pause the video for a few minutes, off you go. And these are the answers. Please check how you did. So we're confident converting between centimetres and metres, but how about metres and kilometres? This time I've been asked to convert 3.2 kilometres to metres. Now I know that 1 kilometre is 1,000 metres. So if I've got 3.2 kilometres, I need to do 3.2 multiplied by 1,000 to work out how many metres that is, which gives me 3,200 metres. Over to you, Year 9. In your light blue books, can you pause the video for 5 minutes and have a go at these questions for me, please, converting these kilometres into metres? And these are the answers. Please check how you did. And finally, sometimes we're going to be asked to convert between metres to kilometres. Again, we know 1,000 metres is 1 kilometre, so I've got 25,625 metres. I need to divide that by 1,000 to work out how many kilometres that is, which will give me what, Dylan? 25.625 kilometres. Lovely. Over to you, Year 9. By dividing by 1,000 each time, can you convert these metres into kilometres for me? Pause the video for a few minutes and have a go at that now, please. And these are the answers. Please check your work and see how you did. Okay, Year 9, we're going to be looking at scales today. Can you pause the video and have a think? What is a map scale? What does that mean? Where might you see scaling used and why do we use it? How can we write a scale? Have you ever seen it written, maybe on a map of the countryside? How can we write it? And can a single map have different scales? Pause the video for a few minutes and have a think about those questions now. Okay, let's talk about it. What is a scale? A scale is a way of showing a large distance on a map, on a very small map. For example, if I had the distance between Bottisham and Cambridge, in reality that might be about 7 kilometres. I can't have a map that's 7 kilometres long, that would be crazy. So I can represent that using a scale, something like 1 centimetre on the map represented 1 kilometre. So I could shrink down that real life distance onto a small map. We often see it on maps. Why do we use it? Convenience. It means we can fit a map into our pocket. How can we write a scale? So sometimes you'll see it written as, say, 1 centimetre equals 1 kilometre. Sometimes you'll see it written as a ratio. And can a single map have different scales? No, a map will have the same scale across the whole map. So a map scale is a measurement on a map that tells us how big a distance on a map is in real life. For example, here's a map, and in the corner here I've said 1 centimetre on the map represents 3 kilometres in real life. So for example, if I was trying to find the distance between Weaverham and Northwich, that distance there might be 2 centimetres. But we know that for every one of those centimetres, in reality, that's 3 kilometres. So 2 centimetres is actually 6 kilometres in real life. So unit conversions is what we've been looking at so far. And they're for measuring distances in real life. So there's no maps involved. We're just converting between a real life measurement to another real life measurement. A map scale is translating something from real life to a map. Dark blue book's out for me. Can I have the title Map Scales and underneath the sentence, a map scale is a measurement on a map that tells us how big a distance on the map is in real life. When you've got that down, Year 9, can I see pens down and eyes on the boards? I'll go through an example and then you'll do an example in your books. So for starters, I've got A and B and I've been told they're 3 centimetres apart. My map scale says that for every 1 centimetre, that's in reality 1 kilometre. So how far apart are A and B in real life? I need to do 3 centimetres times 1 kilometre, which tells me that in real life A and B are 3 kilometres apart. So for every 1 centimetre that's 1 kilometre, so in real life they're 3 kilometres apart. Over to you, Year 9. In your dark blue books, if 1 centimetre represents 1 kilometre, how far apart are A and B in real life? Pause the video and answer that question now, please. Okay, so we're looking at 3.5 centimetres times that 1 kilometre, which tells me that A and B in real life are 3.5 kilometres apart. In your light blue books now, Year 9, can you have a go at these 6 questions? Pause the video for a few minutes and see how many of these you can answer. Remember, 1 centimetre for these represents 1 kilometre. Have a go at those now, please. And these are the answers. Please check your work and see how you did. Okay, so sometimes on a map 1 centimetre won't represent 1 kilometre. Sometimes 1 centimetre might represent more kilometres. In this case, 5 kilometres. So A and B are 2 centimetres apart. How far apart are they in real life? Well, now we know that for every 1 centimetre, in real life, that's actually 5 kilometres. So to work this out, we need to do 2 times 5 kilometres. So in real life, A and B are 10 kilometres apart. Over to you, Year 9. In your dark blue books, if 1 centimetre represents 50 kilometres, how far apart are A and B in real life? Pause the video for a minute and answer that question now, please. Okay, this time for every 1 centimetre on the map, that's in reality 50 kilometres. So if we've got 2 centimetres, in real life, that's 2 times 50 kilometres, which gives me 100 kilometres. Can you now pause the video for 5 minutes and have a go at these 6 questions in your light blue books? Notice the map scale is changing each time, so you need to read what 1 centimetre represents. Pause the video and have a go at that now, please. And here are the answers. Please check your work and see how you did. Let's do another example. This time my map scale has been given as a ratio. I've been asked how far apart are A and B in real life. So on my map, A and B are 3 centimetres apart. But my map scale says that for every 1 of whatever this might be, in reality it's actually 100 of whatever this may be. So 3 centimetres actually represents 300 centimetres in real life. For every 1 centimetre, it's actually 100 centimetres. We know there's 100 centimetres in a metre, so in real life, these are 3 metres apart. Underneath, I've said, what if the map scale was 1 to 100,000? In exactly the same way, we've got 3 times 100,000. So in real life, they're 300,000 centimetres apart. If we divide that by 100, that's 3,000 metres apart. And because there's 1,000 metres in a kilometre, this means in real life, they're 3 kilometres apart. Now these are very common scale ratios you're going to see because they translate between centimetres and kilometres. So if you see 1 to 100,000, that's probably going to tell you that your answer is going to be in kilometres. Over to you, Year 9. In your dark blue books, can you have a go at these questions for me? Pause the video for a minute and have a go now. Okay, let's go through the answers. The first map scale says that for every 1 of whatever unit we're talking about, it's actually in real life 200 of those units. So I'm looking at 3 lots of 200 centimetres in real life, which is actually 600 centimetres, or 6 metres. The one underneath says 1 to 200,000, so our 3 centimetres is actually 600,000 centimetres. And we previously said that for every 100,000 centimetres, that's actually 1 kilometre. So if I've got 600,000 centimetres, that's going to be 6 kilometres. Okay, Year 9, ABCD cards for me. If a map is drawn to a scale of 1 to 5,000, this means that 1 centimetre on the map represents how many centimetres or how many metres. Pause the video and in your light blue books, or if you've got ABCD cards, even better, is it A, is it B, is it C, or is it D? Okay, let's go through the answer. So 1 to 5,000 means that we've got 5,000 centimetres. And we know there's 100 centimetres in a metre. So we need to divide that by 100, which tells us we need 50 metres, which is C. How about if a map has a scale of 1 centimetre represents 2.5 kilometres? what ratio is equivalent to this? Can you remember how many centimetres there were in a kilometre? Pause the video. Is it A, is it B, is it C, or is it D? Okay, we said that 1 kilometre was in fact 100,000 centimetres. So 2.5 kilometres is going to be 250,000 centimetres. So I was looking for C. Okay, Year 9, in your light blue books, can you pause the video for 5-6 minutes and have a go at these questions for me? Remembering there's 100,000 centimetres in a kilometre, can you tell me how far apart A and B are in real life and give your answer in kilometres? Pause the video and answer those questions now. And these are the answers. Please check your work and see how you did. A map's ratio is 1 to 5,000. If a road's length is 6 centimetres on the map, what's the actual length of the road? Pause the video for 30 seconds and see if you can answer. Is it A, is it B, is it C, or is it D? Okay, let's go through the answer. So 1 to 50,000 is my ratio. So if I've got 6 centimetres, that's 6 lots of 5,000 centimetres, which is going to give me 30,000 centimetres. We know there's 100 centimetres in a metre, so if I divide that by 100, that tells me I've got 300 metres, which is A. A scale on a map is 1 to 5,000. On the map, the distance between the 2 points is 20 centimetres. How far is this distance in metres in real life? Pause the video for a minute and have a go at answering that now, please. Okay, so in centimetres, we're looking at 20 lots of 5,000. So in centimetres, we've got 100,000 centimetres. I then divide that by 100 to work out how many metres it is. It's 1,000 metres, which is A. And here was our lesson destination. Can you now pause the video for a few minutes and have a go at these exam questions for me? Okay, let's go through the answers. The ratio, which is the same as the scale of 1 centimetre to 1 kilometre, is 1 to 100,000, as we said there were 100,000 centimetres in a kilometre. And finally, how far apart are these towns in kilometres in real life? Newton and Sewich are 4 centimetres apart, but in real life 1 centimetre is 5 kilometres, so this is going to represent 20 kilometres. 3 centimetres is going to represent 15 kilometres, and 2.5 centimetres is going to represent 12.5 kilometres. And that's the end of today's lesson. Can you now head over to Google Classroom for me and complete the exit ticket on there? Thanks very much, Year 9, and have a lovely day.